Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Claudia Jordan. We are back with TGIF. We're here to spill the tea and break down the biggest headlines in the news and on social media. Now, sit back, relax, and get ready to sip on this hot tea. Please welcome Al Reynolds. What's up, Al?
Hey, what's going on, Claudia?
How are you? Somewhere out of town?
Yeah, I'm in New York City.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. New
Yeah.
York City. Okay. And what's up, Armand Wiggins? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? It's Thursday, and I love Thursdays here at TGIF.
What you got going on? You got a jacket and no
Yeah,
shirt?
I'm just feeling like my chains, my jacket. I'm feeling like a little race car driver today. I'm going to race into these topics.
Okay. We are going to do just that. Is anybody drinking tonight?
I wish. Nope, not drinking tonight.
No.
Not
Okay.
me either.
What? I am by my lonesome drinking some Moscato with the food cooking in the background. Okay. All right.
Finally.
Hmm?
You haven't been drinking.
I
You've been
know.
on here getting drunk.
I'm going to Aruba next Wednesday for Memorial Day weekend for Soul Beach, and I really want to be snatched. So at my age, like if I eat one bowl of pasta, I'm like looking bloated and puffy for like 2 weeks. So I'm trying to minimize. I don't want to have to be photoshopping and have the walls bending behind me. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't we go to that last year?
We were both there.
Isn't that where I joined you there last year?
It was a lot of fun, and this year Mariah Carey's going to be there, and Boyz II Men. So I'm good friends. Well, anyways, Boyz II Men will be there. So yes, it is a fun time. Someone said Moscato, it's about to be a ghetto show, and that's someone in production trying to shade me. It very well may be, but it will be entertaining. All right, y'all. Let's get to these topics. In celebration of Mental Health Awareness Month, researchers claim that one positive comment can put a person in a better mood instantly. So let's test out that theory. Let's all say one positive thing that we like about one another.
Fun.
Okay.
I'll go first. So I'll say to Claudia, I think that Claudia is a multi-hyphenated icon. She's done it all, and she's beautiful doing it. And for Armand, like I've shared with him on numerous times and also on my YouTube, that young man is a star, and I love his youth and I love his vibrance.
All right. Go ahead, Al. Way to kick it off.
Uncle Al. Oh, am I kicking it off? Okay, so yeah, this is always easy. I think you guys are both fantastic. Now, Al, I love Al's personality, and I love how he engages in a room when we're outside. He's a great ball of energy, and it reminds me of myself. And Claudia, I just feel like you're the ultimate worker. Like you find yourself always booked and busy, and you're very, very smart. And I love that about you. So I think you guys are both great.
Thank you. Very nice. Okay. To Al, of course, we all know you're a really hard worker, and you really are. And for many, many years, not just now, but decades of that. And that takes a lot to not lose your kind of drive, because sometimes it's discouraging and you just keep on pushing with lots of different lanes you're in. So that's great. Fantastic. And Armand, you are really unique. You kind of are different, and the way you speak is just you have a very recognizable and distinguished voice, but you're fearless. I will say you're fearless in your opinions. Even when they did it wrong, I still love how you stand on it, because I'm like that. I'd be wrong. I'd be like, no, that's just what I believe. I think we all kind of have that. I think we all kind of stand on what our beliefs are. And I think that's a good thing in this kind of business. We can't be wishy-washy. So yeah, okay. We might need to do that once a month. I like that. That was really good. Thanks, fellas. All right. Well, GloRilla is definitely in a good mood. She recently shared that she will be helping a student out with their college tuition. Take a look.
So you want me to pay the full 30K?
You don't have to pay the full 30. I'm not asking for that. I'm saying to help. But if you want to,
I like your hustle and that you was had the courage to ask. So
I'm trying to start YouTube.
I give you a donation.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, yeah, give her information. I'm gonna send you 5,000.
What are your thoughts on GloRilla's generosity? Now, I do know there's an update to the story. The student did go on social media. It had been like 2 weeks, and she was saying she hadn't gotten the money yet, or she was asked about it. Which I did see some people in the comments. I think one of our producers I saw you could have been messing it up, because 2 weeks is not that long when you're a really busy person. Maybe she didn't get around to it. I hope that's not the case. And I hope she didn't mess it up for herself by speaking too soon. Armand, what do you think about this?
Well, I was just about to say, I wanted to see proof of the money. Sometimes these celebrities, they do this stuff because it looks good for social media, but then they're just too busy to ever get around to making the payment. 2 weeks is way too long. She could have made the payment right then and there. Get the girl's information and send her the $5,000. That's nothing. If you needed to send somebody $5,000, you know how to send it right then and there. She probably had $5,000 in a money bag. These rappers don't carry cards. They carry cash. Bust out the hundreds and give it to her. Show me the money and show me the receipt.
Okay, we have a note that GloRilla's team did say that they are verifying that she's actually enrolling because there are some scammers out there. So I think we can give her a little grace. Armand. No?
Hey, I don't trust no rapper.
Oh my God. Okay. Al, what do you think about this?
I just think it was a beautiful gesture for her to offer to help the young lady with her education. And I really hope, and I really am leaning on the side of GloRilla, just not had time to verify or to make the donation so that she can, write it off on her taxes correctly. So she's got to make sure she follows the tax code, etc. So I'm going to be I'm gonna lean in on and support GloRilla on this one and say, GloRilla, keep your actions even with your promise. And other than that, all is good.
I think there's nothing wrong with her vetting because people do be lying. On my prom dress giveaway one time, I was like, made it very clear it was for underprivileged girls that couldn't afford to go to prom. I had grown women talking about, can I get a dress while I go to Miami this week? I was like, no, you are 24 years old. You're not getting a dress. We have some comments. Ann Sal D'Angelo. You know what? We got some Foxhole VIPs that always comment, so I want to just shout them out. And so said, GloRilla seems like a genuine person, so I'm sure she'll honor her word. I'm sure she just wanted to make sure the girl was legit. Nola Girl said, I need the proof of funds. And Shay's Adventure said she probably has to send through her nonprofit. That's a process. And Joanne Edwina said, or maybe she couldn't prove she was a student. Okay.
Or maybe she got it. I would, if I was her, I'd actually just pay the school. I wouldn't give her the money. I just pay the $5,000 as a credit to her schooling.
Right. You just never know. Like, don't you guys get messages in your inbox sometimes, like people with sob stories, and you're like, it sounds really good, but sometimes like they're not legit.
Ooh, child, they ask me for anything between $2,000 to $2,000, and I don't even send them $2. Absolutely not. I get money. I get Cash App requests every single day, and I just ignore it.
Oh wow, yeah. It's unfortunate that the scammers mess it up for the people with real needs. Patrice Bean said, "Do good, and good will come back to you."
One lady messaged me and told me she was in Las Vegas and her daughter was starving and all she needed was $20. I'm like, girl, I ain't got it. Sorry.
Oh my, that sounds like she need one more bet. I've been there back in the day, long time ago though. I'm better now. DJ Akademiks is being sued by a woman who claims he raped her. She's also suing for defamation. She claims he sexually assaulted her along with his friends. Now, warning, this is a sensitive clip. Take a look.
For you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought. Like we didn't know each other for 2 years. You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too. You raped me too, and a rape kit was done.
DJ Akademiks fired back, claiming this is a money shakedown. He also claims that the alleged victim's lawyer is the same lawyer representing producer Lil Rod in the Diddy lawsuit. Take a look.
Is it possible that that person who really seen the money grab was really the Diddy stuff, and who was the biggest covering the Diddy stuff? That lawyer allegedly reached out to some people of mine saying, if Ak continues to doubt what we are purporting against Diddy, remember, we could file a lawsuit on him too.
All right. Do y'all believe either of their claims? And is it suspicious when lawyers represent multiple high-level cases like this seeking money? Al, what do you think?
No, I think you want to go to the lawyer that has proven to win cases like that. I mean, I think it's smart to go to lawyers that have done case law, won cases that mirror what you're going through. So I think it's also smart on her part too, because, Akademiks is definitely in the entertainment business, and he has a very strong and loud voice in the space that he serves. Now, for her, I'm always going to stand on the side of the victim, unfortunately, until proven innocent. Academic, to me, should be treated as such. She said that he raped her, and if she said it, then that is so. I mean, we cannot victim shame her for coming forward, especially against a big personality like Akademiks.
You know what disturbed me about his response? He never once said I didn't do it. He just went directly to her lawyer, the same lawyer over here, and distractions. I call that deflection. I would like to hear I did not do this. I don't know what you're talking about, or we were dating or whatever, but I don't know. There's a lot of rapists out there that don't know that they're rapists or can't say that they're rapists. They think, no, man, I just, this is normal. It's not normal if someone says no. So
Yeah, it's also very alarming that he made it very clear. He panders to who follows him. He said clearly that this is not a criminal case. Okay, sir. Now, a criminal case and a civil case, yeah, that's semantics, right? But they're both wrong. It's called rape and it's illegal.
Armand, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. And I just think that when it comes to academics, I just feel like, for all of us, when you have an opinion on people, when you have such a loud voice, there's a price that comes with this seat because any one of us could find ourselves in the middle of this kind of situation, and it felt like Akademiks was kind of looking for sympathy because he was saying that media outlets need to make sure that and be aware of how they're presenting the information and how they're using the headlines because it can kind of tarnish a person's reputation. And I'm thinking to myself, Akademiks, you wrote these headlines on Diddy for weeks. You drive these kind of salacious headlines into the ground and you want people to have grace on you when it comes down to these headlines? Absolutely not. So this is the kind of bed that you've made. So you have to lay in it, and you have to prove your innocence. No one's going to feel bad for you. So listen, I'm here for him to go to court. Prove you're innocent.
And I know a lot of the comments will be right. Well, but that's what you guys do. But I do think the difference is we don't sit here and just like rail in on someone. I think that there's also some balance on this show. Sometimes the person is for the person. Sometimes another panelist is against, but we're able to have intelligent, highbrow conversation about it. No one just coming out here doing a monologue and just condemning someone every single time we turn on the show. That is a difference. So I hate when people kind of group us into that because what he does is different than what we do. He goes in and goes hard. This is what it is. He's not bouncing an idea over anyone else. And he's not, they're not debating. He's just saying it's as fact. And I do think he's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way with the way he, just the way he reports on people, and I'm not surprised. And again, a lot of times people think that their money will protect them from a rape case. And there's a lot more women that have been raped that do not speak up, trust and believe. We have some comments. Rosemary Watson said, I'm so conflicted. No rapist should escape, but women do bring false charges. That's true. Rock said, that sister going to have a tough time because AK is connected with right wingers. Really? And Jade Christina, I like this comment. Akademiks is not the richest man. So out of all celebs, why him? I believe it. Okay. Well, I'm sure.
And I just think too, like people don't really believe Akademiks because he's had a history of like being very abusive verbally to women and talking crazy about women on his platform. So a lot of women feel like, you know what, you could probably have possibly raped her because we've seen you be kind of abusive and verbally abusive to women.
Not a far bridge to cross. Okay. In similar news, Saucy Santana fired back at Akademiks in defense of his friend Young Miami. Take a look.
Yes, you did, bitch. We do not believe that you did not. Bitch, we know hoes ain't out here giving you no. So, you get the girls drunk, the girls wake up and you on top of them, you big belly bitch. Girl, that's a nightmare. Imagine you. Imagine you wake up, Akademiks on top of you. Bitch, get your ass off me.
All right. Does Santana have a point or should he stay out of this serious matter? Armand, what do you think?
Well, he obviously doesn't care about the girl, but I mean, he has to get back on Krisha in the pink cocaine. You know what I'm saying? DJ Akademiks is riding Krisha for Diddy in this whole mess. So, I get it. If I'm Santana, I'm jumping in it and I'm making fun of him too. So I ain't mad at Saucy for that.
Okay. Al, what are your thoughts?
I thought it was funny, but I definitely do not like marginalizing the victim. And, that I don't like. But he's definitely entertaining and he is staying on Akademiks' neck.
Look at that picture. Production, y'all shady for that, but I like it. Keep being shady. Saucy is doing what a best friend's supposed to be doing for his homegirl. If you're my bestie and we rock out like that and someone's running their mouth about me, you're supposed to have my back. And that's exactly what he's doing. I'm not mad at what he's saying. And I don't feel like this is making fun of the girl's case. I think this ain't about the girl to Saucy. I think this is about him getting his lick back at Akademiks by any means necessary. So if he sees your name in the news, he's gonna ride that back. That wide back, and he gonna go in on you, and that's what this is. So I don't take this as, he's downplaying the rape. Nope, he's bringing up the attention at Akademiks. Bougie Barbie said, I don't care what Santana is talking about. I love to see and hear him. And Kayla said, Shay's Adventure said, Saucy should keep on trolling him. And Honey said, Saucy been wanting to fight that boy. Saucy does have her back, and I'm not mad at that. I love it. I love it. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, what would you do if over $1 million was accidentally deposited in your account? And later, how would you feel if your family disapproved of your significant other? We're going to talk all about it when we come back. Stay tuned.
Scene 103, take one.
I thought we'd be on the same page about this, and we're not.
How do I know the way I'm going to respond to it?
I want you to get the vaccine because I want you to be safe.
What if you end up in the hospital? That's what I'm scared of.
If you was to die, man, that would literally kill me, man.
Can I hug you?
Yeah. If it made you feel that way, bro, I'll probably do. I love you, man. I love you too.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Welcome back to TGF. I just want to shout out a soulmate that has been rocking with us from the beginning. Carlos, his birthday was over the weekend. On Monday, turned 42 years old. And his mother, they share like very close birthdays. She turned 65. Her name is Ada out of Springfield, Massachusetts. And knowing that mother and son both watch the show and enjoy us, I think that is super dope. So we appreciate you, Ada, and to Carlos. Thank you so much for supporting all three of us. We appreciate y'all. So happy birthday. And I'm sorry I was supposed to do that on Monday. I'm late. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, soulmates. A Louisiana woman is facing charges after she mistakenly received over $1 million deposited into her bank account. But you won't believe how she spent the money. Take a look.
What would you do if you checked your bank account and suddenly found out you were a millionaire? That happened to a former Louisiana sheriff's dispatcher, and instead of notifying the bank, well, she quickly moved the cash into another account, used it to buy a home and an SUV.
Some experts are saying that some of the charges could be dropped against her. What do you think, Al?
I don't know what experts are saying that some of the charges are going to be chopped, because this is called unjust enrichment. And we cover this on my YouTube channel, Court of Public Opinion, because what people don't know is when you open up a bank account, you sign documents that say that if a deposit enters into your account by mistake, that legally you have to return it. It's also the same way with the IRS. If the IRS deposits more return than you remember when you did the paperwork, that's called unjust enrichment. And there's tons of case law surrounding this, and you have to return it. And if you don't return it, they can send you to jail. They can start criminal proceedings. And also, believe it or not, they can add interest and penalty depending on how long you get their money back. How long it takes you to get their money back.
Jay Scott said, I would have left the country. Al's woman said, baby, God does not make mistakes. I'm cashing in. And Aven said, withdraw in a quickness and close the account. The picture, y'all. Oh, Lord. Armand, What would
That
you?
sounds like some stuff in the fine print that we'll never read on the back of the pamphlet when you open up the account. Ain't nobody read that. Nobody knew. I am her and she is me, baby. I'm taking the money. I'm buying my house. I'm buying my car. And y'all gonna have to find me and we're gonna have to fight this out in court at the end of the day. And I feel like that's the majority of us would do that. Listen, if I can send an Apple payment or a Zelle payment and lose my money, and if I send it on it by accident, if you send me $1 million and you sent it on accident, that was your fault. That has nothing to do with me, baby. I don't know what's going on. That was a blessing from God. And I'm doing what I need to do with that money. I'm out of here.
Well, the experts might agree with you. The experts that spoke in the clip, they were saying that wire fraud charge will be dropped because the company actually sent it to her. It wasn't like she tried to solicit for that. Damn, if $1 million just popped up in my account, it would be so tempting to just cash it out. But that's it. Like, that's pretty much the money you got for the rest of your life. Because what you gonna do? You got to be off the books after that. But look at her. She's like, yep, I did it and bought a house. I like that she went and bought a house, though. She didn't just get jewelry and cars. You know what I mean? At least she kind of made a smart financial investment, if that's what you're going to do. King M3 says, LOL, well, the law doesn't apply to everybody because Trump ain't did one day yet. Crazy. And then Joanna Edwina said, at least she didn't buy a Chanel bag. I don't know what to say, but she didn't steal it. They messed up.
So are we sitting here saying that both of y'all, if 100,000, 200,000, let alone $1 million dropped into your account, immediately y'all calling the police like, hey guys, $1 million just dropped into my account. I want to return this today.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you at all. I'm not calling right away. I'm gonna go to Choctaw Casino in Oklahoma. I'm gonna see if I can flip that 1 into 2 and then give them their 100 back. That's
no, I worked in banking. I definitely would return it because you're gonna go straight to jail.
Okay.
How long you sitting on that money, Al, before you return it?
No, you can't do it. No. Because you remember, there are multiple mechanisms that they can come after. They can reverse it in the account and create a whole other host of issues. They can attack your assets. They can make your life really, really bad if you don't return the unjust enrichment.
Were you ever tempted, Al, when you worked at the bank?
Oh my God, was I?
To do anything? Because I would be like, oh my, it's right there. It's right.
No, you know what it is? When you work in investment banking, you're so tempted because you're moving millions every day. So you're like, oh, they might not miss this 100,000 when you're moving 5 million, and you're moving it all day for different clients at all times. So it's tempting, but you definitely gotta, you gotta know, especially when you look like us, that if you put your toe in that pond, they're gonna make sure you go straight to jail.
Well, I would like to be tested. Okay, I would love to be tested. All right, during a recent podcast, the hosts gave their takes on Megan Fox's 3 sons, allegedly all being transgender kids. Take a look.
Did you know that all 3 of Megan Fox's sons are trans? And she's been dressing them as girls since they were like 1.
Oh, damn. What,
and
the
they're
last
all
name's
like
Coyote
trans
now?
now.
Oh, my God.
Megan Fox is up in there being like, put the tutu on, bitch.
All right, it has not been confirmed that her kids are trans. However, Megan has stated she allows her kids to express themselves and not subscribe to gender stereotypes. She said if a boy loves princesses and a girl loves baseball, that's not indicative of their sexuality. Do you believe this could be a better parenting style for children? Al, what do you think?
I think it depends. Like, I personally wouldn't use this parenting style, but we know that there are a ton of individuals that have moved and rotated into this type of parenting. For example, Will and Jada were somewhat adjacent to this type of parenting with their kids, allowing them to express themselves as they wish without labels. And so maybe it works in the right household. I know for me, it's not anything that I would employ if and when I become a parent.
Okay, Armand, what do you think?
You know what? So before really understanding this, I was completely against it because I thought this is just crazy. However, after doing a little bit reading and understanding, I kind of get it. And I'm not mad at it because it's almost that idea of like, well, she's not going to buy her kid a basketball to make him feel like he's a boy, he needs to play basketball. He kind of gravitates to what he gravitates to, and she allows that to manifest. So if you want to wear a dress this day, you can wear a dress. If you want to play with a basketball, I'll buy you basketballs. If you like Barbies, then I'll let you do that. And then you can find yourself, because growing up as a gay person, I feel like my parents tried to make me do certain things that I didn't want to end up doing. So, they would shove basketballs and footballs down my throat. I didn't want to be a basketball player. I didn't want to be a football player. So I would go run and try to still go sing and dance. You know, so at the end of the day, if they would have probably let me do a little bit more of those things that I want to do, I probably would have got a lot further versus wasting my time on trying to play basketball and football, which I never wanted to do in the first place.
The only thing I'm concerned about, like, I get like letting the kid like kind of lead its own path, right? But like, does that apply across the board in other areas of parenting? Is there like a lack of discipline because you're like, well, I don't want to impose. I want to let this kid, just kind of feel its way around. And I wonder about that. We have a comment from Ashley B. I don't trust, like, or want to hear nothing from a woman who drinks her husband's blood. Ooh. And then Agod said, hell nah, she's weird. And Monty J said, if this is the case, I want Boosie to explain since it's two straight people influencing this behavior. Unos Dos said, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna buy my little toddler a race car track if that's her interest. And Tanya Kelly said, yeah, but look at Will's kids today, messed up. Okay. Soulmates are on both sides of this. Okay. All I'm saying is she looks a lot different, doesn't she? Megan Fox looks a lot different in that picture. That face is very, very snatched. All right. Mother's Day was this past weekend, and one mother's post got social media calling her entitled. The mother posted, my husband was so proud of this. Another disappointing year. I feel for all the other moms in here who are undervalued and given cheap bleep gifts. Does she have any valid points, or does this scream ungrateful? Armand, what do you think?
I feel like it's ungrateful. He did what he could. He made you a meal. He set it up for you. What did you want? You should have told him what you wanted. You should have told him, hey, listen, I don't want this. Don't cook for me. I want some money. I want a trip. Women, you guys have to start speaking up. And if you are with a man that can't provide you these things, then you need to move on. Period.
Al, what do you think?
I think this conversation
macaroni and cheese.
I think this conversation comes because she has had conversations with him and she's asked him to do better, and he continues to not try. That's what I got, because I obviously it's Mother's Day. Any act of anything, most mothers will be appreciative. I think she has said to this husband, look, can you just show some effort? Can you show some interest? Can you buy my favorite underwear? Can you buy my favorite perfume? Can I get roses and not tulips? And he continues to show up with burnt macaroni and cheese and tulips. So, I mean, that's how I view this, because I can't imagine a woman on Mother's Day being upset because somebody made food for them, went out and got flowers for them, and made a spread on a table. I just can't see it like that.
This screams to me, she's more mad that he doesn't listen. He doesn't listen. She's probably said, I would love a massage. And it doesn't have to be a big dollar amount. I think some of the sweetest things that I've seen have been more like thoughtful things that someone put effort into, like trying to bake you a cake. Even if it's lopsided, I think that's super cute that they would even try. If the means are low, you can still do other things that are very thoughtful that women kind of like that kind of stuff. Now, hood rats and surface superficial people are going to be like, where's my Chanel and where's this? No, We're not talking about those kind of people. We're talking about actual real humans here, real people, normal people. That she probably was sick of it. She probably said, I done told you I'm sick of this and you're not listening. We're mostly mad about you not listening and like taking an interest in things that we like. Like if she probably
don't even like macaroni and cheese.
But look, that was two big pans though. That was a long sheet of mac and cheese.
Yes, you know why? Because he likes macaroni and cheese.
Right, he likes mac and cheese.
When you like something, you like, ooh, let's go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles because you like it. But that person,
I don't even like her. I might as well make this for me for the rest of the week.
He made that for himself. Okay, DP Johnson said, what's his IG? I'll make him feel appreciated. Rosemary Watson said, husbands don't have to buy their wives Mother's Day gifts. Dad gives the kids money to buy it from mom. And Monty J said, once again, people run into the internet about everything. And then Jay Christina said, now, Miss Mama, you know what your man can afford. Stop it, move on to a man who can give you what you want. Now, you want to break up. You don't break up with him for that, but you can be like, sir, I like lilacs. It'd be nice if one day you just heard me and just get the lilacs. They're the same price. They're the same price at Ralph's.
She wants a little bit more. She wants more of an experience, and that costs money. All I got is 2 pan sheets of mac and cheese in me, baby, and some margarita mix. What we doing?
And one of the pans is burnt. Okay. Coming up next, how would you feel if your family disapproved of your significant other? And later, we're discussing intimacy with your spouse. That's straight ahead.
TGIF,
Can you imagine 30 million people walking around sexually frustrated because they can't get to their porn?
You're looking at one right now. I'm going to say this.
Every weekday.
I'll never live in Texas again. It's the worst.
What's your favorite porn, Armand?
Oh, I'm not getting into that. My God.
On Fox Soul.
Now, what's yours?
And listen, don't judge me, okay? Massage porn.
That's boring now. Give me a good three-way gang.
Oh, I knew it was going to come out.
Yes, yes.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm gonna take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
Welcome back to TGIF. Clay Gravesande, the man who became famous for rejecting AD at the altar on the hit show Love is Blind, faced a hard truth from his mother. After seeing her son boot up with famous groupie Selena Powell, Clay's mother wrote, "It's very interesting that some men will lose everything thinking that the apple is good. But it's a forbidden choice. Do better. Clayton Alexander, you know Jesus will allow things to occur. He's still trying to get your attention. Please surrender to him." Clay responded, "Heard you, Mom. My apologies." All right, would you end your relationship if your parent was this disgusted by it, Al? What do you think?
I don't know that I would end it, but I know it would definitely cause pause. But let me tell you something. Is it me, or did this young man really fool us all? Because on that Tamron Hall interview with his mother, I was convinced that, he was above board, smart, looking for a real relationship, only for us to find out one weekend he's in the Bahamas. He's in somewhere with a porn star, and then the next week he's dating another porn star. Am I the only one who feel like I was hoodwinked by this young man? Mm-hmm. And I feel like he took advantage of his mother because she gave him a lot of credibility in that interview.
He's an idiot. First of all, when we saw what he did at the altar to that woman, we were like, oh my God, that's messed up. Then he came across as there's another side to the story. And maybe it was her, and maybe she's the problem. And she had a lot of stuff with her. Only to find out that you're dumb enough to be boot up with Selena Powell. I'm sorry, I don't know Selena Powell, but we know her track record, okay? If it was a 1 or 2 time thing, she's done this like 30 guys. And he is... It might even be a perfect match because she's a clout chaser, he's a clout chaser, and maybe it works. You are an idiot to go do this and then get on social media this short after your last experience. I don't know any woman that's worth a damn that should take this man seriously after this. Your mother put that "until you do right by me" curse on him, because that sounds like some words that made me a little bit nervous. He should beware. Armand, what you think about this little clout chaser?
I liked Clay. I watched the whole Love is Blind series. The thing is this, he was telling us what he wanted from the beginning. AD was really trying to force the relationship. He had been trying to tell her that I'm nervous, I'm not sure, I don't want to cheat on you, I don't want to mess up. And she's like, well, I'm going to be here, I'm going to fight for you, it's going to be me and you. So she pretty much, in my opinion, forced him to, be in this relationship. And ultimately, he told her that he wasn't ready. But I felt like he was being drugged into it. Now, we fast forward to Selena Powell. I just feel like this is a clout chase move. You know what I mean? The show is over. People aren't talking as much. So what do? You're going to link up with Selena Powell, get in the blogs because you missed the media attention. Anybody knows you don't get with Selena Powell, but at the end of the day, if you're a young man trying to get some attention, go ahead and take a picture with her and you'll be trending on the internet for a few days. So this was a lame move, but I do think that he could bounce back.
And I also side-eye the whole not ready to get married and relationship thing. When you go on a show like Love is Blind, like if I go on a show that the premise of the show is I'm to find my husband only to get said husband and then be like, I'm not ready. Well, you should have thought about that when you were going through the casting process and when you had to fill out this much paperwork, have your second call back, your third call. There was many chances to get off the off-ramp. Don't you think? Like, isn't that show about getting married?
Well, yeah, but she gave up the goodies the first day they met. So there was nothing to really work to her. She came in booty and body popping and sat on it, baby. At that moment, I'm thinking, well, at least I got the goods. Maybe I'm not ready.
He gave up the goodies too.
Oh, please. You know there's a double standard in that. She gave it up.
Okay. Well, now we'll see what Selena does to him. I think this is going to be a tragic ending, I think.
Well, Selena's already now online dragging him and his mom because apparently they're broken up and now she's posting AD saying, hey, AD, you know, he was the problem, not
He's
you.
the problem. He had sex with a porn star, weeks before they got together, blah, blah, blah.
Well, any man would confide in this woman. Trinity said Clayton wanted a white woman from jump and it showed. And Vanessa said his type is non-black and ran through. Sounds about right.
Okay. I like Clayton. He's young, trying to live his life. And he told these girls, I don't want to be in a relationship. I want to be on TV. I want to have fun. I want to bang a few girls. It is what it is. You try to force this man to be your husband, girl, then you mad. It is what it is.
Because they're on a dating show about me.
Isn't that what the show was about?
That's my point.
But he didn't want her. He didn't know. He realized that, hey, after I meet you and hang out with you, it's not really what I'm looking for. The thing is, they're in these.
He wanted a white thought.
No, he wanted that TV time to take him all the way to the end, and then he wanted to create a big boom so that people could be talking about him, and this is where he's landed.
Thirst bucket. Two thirst buckets. Two thirst buckets.
But it seems to work. Seems to work these days.
What? What'd you say?
Yeah, I said it seems to work these days. You know, thirst buckets, like people doing stuff that you've never seen to get famous.
Yeah.
Like it seems to be working. People really like this whole do whatever it takes to be famous.
Landon Turner said, I hope they all getting tested. Heck, can you? No, Selena, how many men have you had this year? Like, come on, relax. You're not an ugly girl.
You body counting her, you shaming her body count.
I know you ain't talking to Al. You be keeping, you got a whole
I know, but I've never heard it come from you, so that's why I'm shocked.
Selena is
you always correct me about
I do, but
yeah,
because Selena ain't someone that is having relationships. She's someone that is screwing men that have relationships just to go on social media. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing if you have a 3-month relationship, you try to work it out, it didn't work out. But if you just screwing married celebrities to like build your social media numbers up, oh yeah, I can shame that all day long. Absolutely. Yep. I'm right there with you.
What's the difference?
The difference is the difference to me is intent. I think intent is everything. If I'm just a clout chasing whore and I just want to like build my numbers, my social media numbers up via married men, that's one thing versus a woman that's been unlucky in love that's actually going into it trying to have a relationship. That's my opinion. I'm not trying to force you to think like me, but that's just my opinion. Okay. The government in Peru has officially changed its laws to legally classify transgender, non-binary, and intersex people as mentally ill. Peru's president stated that the decree will guarantee full coverage of medical attention for mental health for trans people. Why do you think people continue to associate the LGBTQ community with mental illness? Armand, what do you think?
Hell, if I was in Peru, I wouldn't care. Sign me up. I'm crazy as hell because insurance is high and I need it, okay? At the end of the day, we'll never know why. I don't know. I don't have the answers to why they keep thinking that, you know, trans people and gay people, it's a mental illness. I just think that people feel they're not uncomfortable with it. They're uncomfortable with it. They don't understand it. And somewhere they've read in the books that it's a mental illness, so that's what they're running with. So I don't know.
You know, the insurance part of it just now, I was like, did he do that to throw an alley-oop or is it just to disrespect this group of people? Because it does that. I do like that that they will be able to get some insurance with that or some coverage. Al, what do you think about this?
Well, listen, the World Health Organization in 2018, that was the first step nationally, worldwide, that we declassified transgender or homosexuality as a non-mental illness. So think about it. you know, all the years that we have thought and been told and programmed to believe that they were different and weird and something mentally was wrong with them is now being met with education, with advocacy. So it's going to take a lot of time for people to change what they've been taught and passed on from generation to generation to generation into generation. Now, this is the funny part. In the United States, when they were polled, 32% of Americans still feel, even today in 2024, that being a part of the LGBTQ plus community is a mental illness. And that is sad.
You know, America has their nerve, because I feel like most of the people here, gay, straight, whatever, mostly the straights, are bat crazy in this country. So the audacity for me. Like I said, if this is going to guarantee especially trans folks, some insurance and some coverage, I'm okay with that. But I don't want the stigma on them. If, you know what I mean? Like that could really be damaging to someone that's young and impressionable and feels like there's something wrong with me, you know? Monty J said, call me crazy and run me my benefits and mentally ill monthly check.
Absolutely.
And AHS said, America needs to do this too. And Willie Ray said, well, damn, give me a check. I'm so mental. Okay, so everyone's with it. Okay. All right. Keep it locked, because coming up next, we're discussing intimacy with your spouse. And later, anger gets the best of a 21-year-old man. Stick around. We'll be back.
You know how to fry
fried chicken?
No, I don't.
You ain't got no
Give me that black card back.
TGIF.
It's not about blackness. I don't make any fried foods, okay?
Boo!
The chat is going in about this fried chicken. Lynette19 said, I am blackity black, and fried chicken is not my favorite go-to meal. Stop with the stereotypes, okay?
Live and interactive.
Oh, Al, you don't even cook, please.
Fried chicken, fried fish. Come on, baby.
On Fox Soul.
You see certain things get reincarnated in your children. My daughter is very much inspired by my wife's artistic pursuits. So my daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops. My dad wasn't around, and I remember riding a bike and falling off and cutting myself, and me never just wanting to get back on it. People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike, and you didn't. I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
Welcome back to the show. All right, y'all, let's take a look at this tweet. It says, showering together is so overrated. Bleep, you really in the way. What are some forms of intimacy that you find annoying, Armand?
I don't actually find any forms annoying. My man probably finds it annoying because I'm a kisser. So I sit and kiss you every 5 minutes. Like I'm gonna on the cheek, on the lips every 5 minutes. So he gets annoyed by that. He'd be like, yo, stop kissing me all day. And I'll just kiss you all day. He'd be like, stop kissing me.
Oh, that's kind of cute though. Al, what do you think?
I used to think, but I've gotten much better. I used to think holding hands all the time or being up under a person all the time was very annoying. Like I like holding hands, but like being up under me all the time, like you can't leave my side, especially if we're out, especially when we're around family and you have to always be right up under me. Even though it's cute and it's fun, it gets annoying. I gotta be honest.
I love holding hands, and I will say mine is spooning for too long. Like I can do it when we first get into bed for a little while, but then I have to stay in that position. My arms falling asleep. It's hot. I'm just like, let's just have sex, please. Because just spooning and just like not moving, I feel like, okay, if I move, I'm gonna wake you up. It's just uncomfortable. I can only do it for the short amount of time. But yeah, all right. We have issues probably. We probably could all use some therapy. Agon said cuddling at night and arm going to sleep. Yes. And Al's woman said, I hate kissing. Okay, really?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, this is not for me. I'm really intimate, so I'm real touchy feely in your face. So I'm probably the annoying one.
Nina said hugs. A lot of hugs are annoying. When I love someone though, I just like leaning on them. Though. I think it's like I like to always be touching, but not like all up in your face, like doing, but just like a little touching. All right. Tiny Harris joined the Breakfast Club and shared the craziest rumor she has ever heard about herself. She said, "You know what mine is? I got locked up in the basement, beating them up." Oh, I'm sorry. She said, I got women locked up in the basement, beating them up. Okay. What's the craziest rumor you've ever heard about yourself? Al, what do you think?
Probably that I don't work. And I'm like, who are they talking about? Like, I clearly have a gazillion jobs, so I clearly been working since the tender age of like 18. So, you know, I never understood that one.
They said that about you?
Yeah, they were like, oh, he's a gigolo, he doesn't work, you know, he just takes advantage of people's money, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Armand, what's your rumor?
This was so stupid. It was like earlier on when I started on YouTube. People were just reaching for straws. So apparently this guy said that that I flew him from New York to my house. I was hosting a sex party and I was charging people $40 to get into the sex party and getting them high with crystal meth, and me and my boyfriend would sleep with them.
Oh, that's quite detailed.
Yeah.
That's quite detailed.
Yeah.
That's okay. Who sits around and does this? I mean, I've been linked to so many people that I've never even messed with, and that's quite annoying. Like Tom Joyner, they said, I had his wife on my radio show. She was like, it's not true, guys, leave her alone. They try to link me to Michael Jai White. I had him on my show, and I went to the house and took a picture with him and his wife. They're like, it's not true. No blogs ever picked it up. That just gets frustrating to me, like the constant lineup of men that they put me with. Like I can just be in a picture at a club or just be in the same event. One time I was leaving an event, right? I was in a celebrity fashion show. Corey Hardwick, that was married to Tia Mowry at the time, was walking out of the event like 20 feet ahead of me. And I'm talking to my boyfriend at the time. I'm texting him. And some stupid blogger said that we were spotted leaving the event together. I'm like, and people believe it. And once that's out there about you, oh yeah, I heard she like that. So it's annoying. So yeah, if you hear stuff about me, just believe it. I'm gonna just say, yeah, I did. Okay.
But don't believe everything you heard about me, because that ain't true. That fool, I never even knew who that fool was, never seen that fool. And then to think about it, I didn't even live in LA. I lived in like the city called Manteca, California. So it's like a 2-block town. So to think I'm flying somebody from New York to have a sex party in a town where there's less than 5,000 people, it's just a bunch of cows, and it was just crazy. I don't even do drugs. So it was an interesting thing. And I thought it was crazy. So don't believe everything you hear about me, because it ain't true.
And the crystal meth is
crazy. Like I've done my Molly, my cocaine here and there, but crystal meth is wild.
That's where we draw the line, exactly.
And charging for a sex party is crazy. I've never even been to a sex party.
And only $40? Are they $40?
$40 is wild.
We have some comments from soulmates. Yonique Jacob says, that was years ago, Al. We all know you Jamaican adjacent. Ani Cummings said, Al has several jobs. DP Johnson said, Claudia, I still think Genuine is one of your exes. I've already discussed that with y'all. And Miss D Fitz said, people be lying. And let me see if we got anything for Armand. Oh, someone said $40 is a steal.
Hell, that is crazy.
Are you more offended that it was $40 or that it was a sex party?
It was just crazy that the fact that the person made it up all the way from, I guess they stayed in the Bronx or some New York. During this time, they were trying to like grow their YouTube channel. I don't even know who this person is, but it was just crazy.
So funny. Al's woman said they're $25 in DC, Armand, I guess. That's what they say in sex parties go for.
Yeah,
all right.
I never been to those.
How do y'all know that? Okay. All right, y'all. Speaking of sex, Sexy Red announced that she will no longer be conducting meet and greets after her shows. She said, "Don't touch me," and that some of them be sweaty and stinky. Do you think Sexy Red has some nerve calling someone else stinky, because of her post last week? Armand, what you think?
Absolutely. She's getting a little big-headed. She went from saying her coochie stank to now you can't get by her because she's sweaty and stinky. Because you sweaty and stinky. But the whole thing is, Sexy Red, let's be clear. You represent the sexy and stanky. Those are the type of women that you are attracting. Those are the type of followers that you are attracting. And so now you want to be above the women who coochie stank? Because now you don't want to stink no more when you done made all your money off of coochie stanking women. That's unfair. It's unfair. And she's getting big-headed. And that's when you start to lose, when you start forgetting about who your audience is, Sexy. Don't lose your core.
Trinity said she looks like she stinks all day. And Cali Girl Shay said she has a lot of nerve. Al, you was making the stank face at the thought of this. What are you thinking?
I think Armand really wrapped this one up and put a bow on it. I don't understand. As a brand strategist, this is how you became relatable. This is how people liked you. People thought that you were like them, and now you're saying you're better than them. This is very, 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 these charted waters she might not want to go in, especially, considering what her base is. But hey, she does have the right to change, right? Let's see if her fan base follows.
Yeah, it is a weird thing to say when she had a lip line of lip glosses that was called gonorrhea and syphilis, all kind of, you know what I mean? So I associate her brand with it's whatever, it's whatever. We're not bougie here. We don't necessarily, wash it every day. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let that coochie breathe.
But you know what? I got to be honest. It's so interesting because we have seen many, many, many stars like her start in one lane, and when they cross over to mainstream, and this woman has gotten mainstream attention, like a lot of mainstream attention, she may be shifting the brand. Listen, don't we remember how Cardi B was when she first came out, and how she's kind of, tailored it down and kind of shifted away from how she really was when she was on Love and Hip Hop? So maybe this is what Sexy Red is in the beginning positions of doing.
Or even Lizzo. Remember, Lizzo was the big girl's god, and then she was quietly trying to lose weight. However, the people didn't like that.
Yeah. Okay. B. Shanti said she don't want to be touched. That's the main point, and none of y'all know if she stinks, so please shut up. First of all, B. Shanti, we don't need to shut up because Sexy told us on her social media, "I'm at the doctor's office trying to figure out why my coochie stank." Why is it hard for you to understand that? We don't make the news, ma'am. We
First of all, her name is B-Shan who? That says enough right there.
Ooh, we reading our soulmates down.
B-Shan Trees, cheese. She sound like her coochie stank. Okay.
Try it if you want to, B-Shan Trees. Be quiet. How about that? All right, coming up, anger gets the best of a 21-year-old man. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You know how to fry chicken?
No, I don't.
You ain't got no.
Give me that black card back.
TGIF.
It's not about blackness. I don't make any fried foods, okay?
Boo!
The chat is going in about this fried chicken. Lynette19 said, "I am blackity black, and fried chicken is not my favorite go-to meal. Stop with the stereotypes, okay?"
Live and interactive.
Oh, Al, you don't even cook, please.
Fried chicken, fried fish. Come on, baby.
On Fox Soul.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm gonna take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
Welcome back to the show. Shout out to the soulmates in the chat. I see y'all with y'all little wild comments in there. Okay. This is a sad story. A 21-year-old man shot his stepmother in the neck while she was attempting to hug him during her son's high school graduation ceremony. Now, the woman was rushed to the hospital and is expected to survive. It is unclear why this man shot his stepmother. What do you think needs to be done to allow people to properly deal with their anger instead of taking people's lives? Al, what are your thoughts on this one?
I think I've shared on the show before. I really do believe that we're going to have to start massaging the understanding and teaching of mental health in the school curriculum. And I think it should be every grade. I think every year someone should learn something more and something different about the mental health capacity, emotional health capacity, all those things that cause you to not know how to manage your emotions. And it should also look in the form of maybe a class on crisis or anger management. You know, those are just some of the things: crisis management, anger management, all those things that people as adults, when they exhibit certain behaviors, they have to take in order to get through the courts. I think we should be teaching them in the schoolhouse.
Hey, Armand, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this is a really, really sad. I just feel like, everything Al said is true. And then two, I just think that, I don't know the full story, but when you get into a blended family situation, I just hope that there's a lot of communication, because I grew up in a blended family and I didn't like it for a lot of years. Never would I want to get to a point where I'm shooting my stepmom or shooting my stepdad, but I felt and thought some awful things, and it didn't matter where they were. I wanted to do some bad things to them just because I just didn't like them. I hated him at a point, So maybe this could have been a situation where he was either jealous of the relationship that she has with her son and felt like the odd one out, or maybe him and her were always at odds and he didn't like her. And she never made him feel like he was her son too. So, some things happen, and it's unfortunate, but it's seeming like the woman will survive. But this guy definitely needs counseling and therapy and needs some anger management for sure.
Who carries a gun to graduation under your cap and gown? That's my question.
Well, he wasn't graduating though. His little brother, I guess, was graduating.
Ah, okay. Now,
yeah.
Let me bring my gun to see my little brother graduate, just in case the thing goes.
So why was she hugging? So she wasn't hugging him in congratulation of him graduating. Is that
no? Yeah, I think it was more like of a greeting. She was there to see her biological son, and I think he was just there too.
So he was like, "Don't come next to me, pow."
The fact that in America there's more guns than citizens is out of control. There's too many people have guns, and we're also seeing the rise of mental health crises and issues. So the guns are going up, the mental health is going up at the same time. And I think one of them, it can't both be going up at the same time, because there's more and more of a chance of the person that's getting a gun these days having some kind of issues. And no one seems to have conflict resolution skills anymore. Like, they don't have the tools. Like, no one knows how to just be mad at someone and just be like, okay, I'm just mad. I don't rock with that person right now. Or I don't want to see them right now. Like, it has to go from 0 to 100 and get to the state of, get to a gun. Yeah. I don't know if y'all have ever been to a gun range, but when you shoot that gun, the power that comes out of that gun and the damage you just know it can do to someone's flesh, it's very creepy. Like, it has to be extreme. And people are just all willy-nilly. It takes nothing for people to just pull a gun out. All right, real quick, I'm gonna try to squeeze this in. A woman was found living in the rooftop sign of a family fare grocery store and had been living there for about a year. The woman had flooring, a computer, a desk, a printer, and a pantry of food. Times are tough. Can you blame this woman, Al?
No, rent is expensive. 1-bedroom studios and even HROs are expensive. Hey, she got it for a year. Good luck.
We living in signs. That's what we doing. Armand, what you think?
Smart, resourceful woman, baby. She did what she had to do. But if you got that much sense, you should go find a job or, something like that.
And you know, the job market has been needing people. Like there's been a shortage of employees, so never has been a better time than now to get a job. And living in a sign with flooring and a desk, how's she do that? Like I have questions. Like I need her to hook up with those people that live in a storage facility, and they can like try to figure something out. All right, I want to thank my co-hosts Al Reynolds and Armand Wiggins for joining me tonight. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. Stay tuned for Fox Soul's Face Off. They go at it, y'all, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Bye, fellas. Bye, soulmates.
Have a good night, soulmates.